Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Waking Up Right with Ivory. I'm your host, Ivory Hunter, and today I got a guest on that always comes, blesses me. He's a Jamaican American actor, comedian, writer, producer. He's shocked because I said Jamaican, man. But he does everything. He's a great friend of mine, and right now he's the co host and co creator of Date Night. With his beautiful, lovely, amazing wife Vanessa Rodriguez Spencer. It comes on Laugh Out Loud on Fridays at 7 o'clock. What's up, Chris? How you doing today, man?
I am superb. How are you?
I'm awesome, man. I'm awesome. Thank you.
Let
I
me
know.
tell you
I know you.
what's great about what date night is. I know we're going to get into it, but on Monday the 1st, um, we're doing something in conjunction with Mona Scott and Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if you saw on my Instagram. We are co-hosting a Love and Hip Hop reunion called "It's a Love Thing" on Monday night. So on VH1, it's quite amazing. So we're
That
glad
that's.
that something great came out of this pandemic. So it's pretty good.
And I'm gonna get to that. You already answered the question that I'm gonna get to, but we're gonna come back to that. So make sure
Yeah.
we're gonna touch on that. So let's start it off like right now. You know, I started this show. This is just I want to put some positivity out there in the world. Look at Chris. Chris is tired. We got him up
It's
early in the
early.
morning,
It's
y'all.
early
It's
morning.
early. Exactly. But listen, we I want to put some positivity out there, man. So talk about your morning routine. What have you been doing during the COVID? What's your morning routine to keep you on point?
As of late, I've been getting up early, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I've been going to the driving range hitting balls. It's like around 7 or 8, and I come back, and then my friend Dalvet Quince, who's a trainer, you may remember him from Biggest Loser. He,
Oh yeah,
myself,
yes.
Dondre Whitfield, a guy named Tony, another guy named Eni, a couple of us, we work out together online for like an hour. And then by 10 o'clock, I'm off and running. I'm Zoom meeting here and Twitch meeting there and reading, writing, rewriting, rereading scripts, and just trying to also spend time with the kids because, they're at Zoom High right now. And so uh, they'll come knock on my door and I'll come shoot some jumpers with them during their little intermission between classes, and it's actually been great. It's been
Good, good.
pandemic has not been bad for us.
I love to hear that, man. And I think intentionally, you guys put out some positivity. Like the show Date Night is amazing. It's therapy for couples. People are thinking about being in a relationship. It's entertaining. It's so much to it. So I'm glad that you guys got picked up. I remember when you guys started on Instagram, and now
Right.
here you guys are now. You mentioned it earlier. About something that happened, that's happening with VH1. What came good from this pandemic? Talk about Date Night. So how did that happen, and what's going on with it now?
Well, we had pitched it to Kevin before the whole COVID-19 thing went on happened, and then everything happened in March, and we were like, "Yo, let's not sit around and wait till this is over. Let's go on Instagram Live." We saw the success of D Nice and Questlove and all these, DJs, Flex and Dion Cole, and we're like, "Yo, let's do something different." And my
Mhm.
wife was like, let's go do this on Instagram Live. Let's see if we like each other. Let's see if we can work together. And lo and behold, we actually like each other. It's harder than loving each other.
That's a deep statement right there. Vanessa's awesome, man. She's easy to like. She's amazing, man. You
Yeah.
both are. I see why you guys are together. You guys make a great couple. What? Give me a funny story. What's the funniest thing that you can think of that happened? Recording Date Night, filming Date Night.
So one night we were late. We were actually taping the Love and Hip Hop reunion special that you're gonna see on Monday, and we told our kids to go on the air. And they're like, "What?" I said, "Just go on the air. We'll be there in 15 minutes." So they went on the air, and Anthony Anderson from Blackish called,
Uh,
and they interviewed Anthony. And Anthony, who does not bite his tongue, uh, was Anthony Anderson, and it probably was the funniest show we've had yet.
awesome. Yeah, I didn't see that episode, but they got a chance to be you and Vanessa.
Oh my God, it was hilarious. Yeah, it was great.
All right. What about anything that something that was impactful that stands out, like a moment that might have been impactful that you discussed with a couple that you just like, wow, this is gonna really be deep.
So many lessons learned. I remember we talked to Holly and Rodney Pete, and they had told me we used it. We need to bring it back, but they said if you get in an argument, you need to hug each other for 10 seconds, and usually whatever anger you have will subside. And we did it a couple of times, and it actually works. So I remember that was a very meaningful moment. Another moment was Flex told a story about how he didn't have any money to buy Shanice a birthday gift, and I gave him some money, and he was just thanking me and telling me how incredible it was, and he was going through a hard time, and he started crying, and then I started crying, and uh, it was a very touching moment. It's probably of the post that I put up from Instagram, I think the one with Flex and I crying like babies is probably has the most views.
And I actually watched that, man. It was a beautiful moment, man. I think anytime you guys are always transparent, but I think anytime when you have men showing their vulnerability and and you and at the level that you're at right now and flexing and seeing that normalcy, how people need help and how people step up and it doesn't matter where you are, you know what I mean? And so I
Right.
think just witnessing that was a beautiful moment. So I definitely remember that show right there.
It was great.
Now, I wish I was asking Vanessa this question because she's such a social activist. But the question I'm going to ask you right now, Chris, is let's pretend you were the president. If you were the mayor, if you were the governor, what are you passionate about? What laws or what do you want to see changed?
I want to see, instead of all this money going to construction and space exploration, like let's really do something for poor people. Like we really ignore them. Uh, we act like they're an eyesore or a plague or something that's just like, oh, that's them over there. When we really could be doing something to help them. We see all these people. We drive by these underpasses and we see tents and whole families living in old blankets, and it's just like, you mean to tell me we couldn't put some money together to find some affordable housing or some free housing for all these people, create some jobs, and do something more dynamic as opposed to more tanks and machine guns and another casino in Vegas? Really, that money can't be used
Hmm.
somewhere else.
Yeah, I totally agree. I asked Paige Kennedy last week this question, and that's something I said I'm not too political, but something that I'm passionate about would be dealing with poor people, homelessness. I feel like we're so numb to walking and driving by people, and it's like, man, what I mean. And I feel like people think that people just got there or just by choice. A lot of people, there's a lot of mental health issues. There's so many variables, and to be numb to it is crazy to me. Because it's somebody's child. You know what I mean? Somebody's father, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, friend, or whatever. But I feel you on that. I'm on the same
Mental
page
health
with
is a
that.
very mental health will be number two, if not number one, in dealing with that, because a lot of times we just push people aside and just say, oh, he's crazy or he's stupid, but have they been diagnosed? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, there could be something really, really going on with that person that, if treated, could be a normal functioning human being back in our society.
Yeah, I heard some news this morning. Cicely Tyson. Did you hear about Cicely Tyson?
Yeah,
Yeah, a true legend. So I just want to give a shout out to Cicely Tyson. Have you ever met? You met everybody. Everybody. Have you met Cicely Tyson?
absolutely. I'm gonna try to find a picture. She did an
Wow.
episode of Vibe.
What?
Yep.
And Chris was the first host of Vibe back in the day. That sent a code. It was on like UPN or something like that.
It depends on where you were. It was syndicated. So yeah, 1997. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So she came on Vibe. Was that the only time you met her or no?
I think that was the only time I met her. Yeah.
I got a chance to meet her one time when they were filming Medea's family reunion in Atlanta. I was on set right there, and I got a chance to meet her. It was like a sweetheart. She's like everybody's grandmother, everybody's aunt.
I take
She's
that
awesome.
back. I worked with her again on one of these award shows, whether it was BET Honors
Hmm.
in Washington, D.C. I believe that's where I got a chance to meet her again. Yeah.
Here's a random question. Like somebody in your position, like you pretty much know everybody. Is there anybody that you that you haven't met or that you met and you actually were excited to meet this person? Because like people are people at the end of the day.
Right.
But was anybody that you was like, oh man? Because Jordan, everybody there's a know. Like who makes you go like, man?
They all get me excited. It's not just the meeting of them, it's when I get a chance to know them and have a conversation with them that you get to find out, although they are on this pedestal, they're human just like us. So it was great to, play golf with Jordan, for a week, or Barack Obama for a week, and really get to know the humanistic side and human side, and what makes them laugh and what makes them sad, uh, and what tickle, what really are the things that they're about that is outside of what we see on TV, radio,
Mm-hmm.
social media. To get to know them is really exciting.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's close with this because I'm gonna give you the floor. I want you to address the nation right now, man. Leave us with some words of inspiration, some words of healing, just things you want to say. I know you talked about, mental health and addressing the poor. Like, what do you want to leave us with? Some words of wisdom.
Um, I would say that turn off the TV, turn off your tablets and phones, and begin to pick up a book. Uh, let's learn about something new that you can actually teach somebody else. Um, we as a culture do a lot of finger pointing, and we also don't know about our history. And if we were to start to learn about ourselves, maybe some of these things that are happening to us wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because they always say things that have happened uh, usually return. And so maybe if we start to become more learned as a people, we could prevent or circumvent some of these things that happen to us.
Awesome, awesome. And then I cannot close this show without asking you, since right now you've become the resident expert because you have this successful show on date night, you and Vanessa. What advice do you have for couples who are on that borderline of, should we stay, should we go? What's some good advice that you might have learned? I know the hug it out thing was good, so you hug it out for 10 seconds.
Right.
That's one thing. What other thing what other tool have you picked up that you might want to help some couples with?
I mean, just the obvious, you know what I mean? Like if you guys are really in a volatile place and you see that what you guys are going through is affecting your children, then maybe it's time to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you'll still be a great dad, you'll still be a great mom, but if you're sticking around just for the kids, it might be a detriment to the kids that they're seeing you act in this behavior. Um, if you're thinking about, you'll know if it's the right person. Like you don't have to go, is she right? Like it's if it's the right person and if it's the wrong person. So go with your gut and listen to your instincts.
All right. What about if you feel like it's the right person and that person doesn't feel the same? What do you do? And what do you do?
You can't come. You gonna make them like you?
No, I'm not gonna make it. I'm just asking you, expert.
If she's saying if you're saying you're right and she's saying you ain't right, then you gotta go.
Don't
Or
try to
maybe there's
hang
some
on there.
time. Maybe there's some time that needs to happen for that person to realize that you are the right one for them. Or maybe you need to do something to prove to them that you are the right person. Maybe there's some things that that person has said that you haven't matured yet, or the goals that you said you were going to go after, you haven't tried to pursue. That will show. Like women like to see that you're goal oriented and that you accomplish those goals. They want security.
What do you give advice? What do you feel like the most common thing, a common factor, common trait that people have who are successful in the industry? What is the one thing that they all do, that you guys all do?
Work ethic, persistent, goal oriented. Um, those are like important. Like if you're not gonna do that, then go get a regular job and then there's nothing wrong with it. But if you're trying to be a successful in this entertainment industry and you're trying to do it independent, I mean, you're trying to have an empire of your own and become someone that's not working from paycheck to paycheck, depending on somebody else, then you have to have those qualities.
Um, how do you feel like you and Vanessa's relationship has has it grown since you guys started the show?
Absolutely.
That's a good thing. I'm really happy to hear that, man. I'm really happy to hear that.
So is
So,
everything.
The advice that I have for people who are struggling in relationships is watch date night. Friday nights, 7 p.m. on Sirius Radio, Kevin Hart, Laugh Out Loud. Make sure you do that. That's the advice I have, literally. And
Channel
I'm not just
96.
saying that, yo, channel 96, exactly. You guys turn it out and watch that because you're gonna take away, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna learn. It's gonna be a lot of emotions you're gonna feel. And you guys have had amazing guests, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of more guests that lined up for the show. Okay, so tell us again about the VH1 special that we can look forward to watching.
February 1st, Monday. Papoose, Remy Ma, God, I'm gonna butcher all these names. A gang of people from Love and Hip Hop. Some of the stars, including Tammy Roman and her husband, come to visit, and we have an incredible night of love and laughs, and it's an incredible show. Mona Scott, she's got her finger on the pulse of what the culture wants, and I think by picking me and Vanessa, she really knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she does. You guys are the bomb. What are the archives? Where can people watch the back shows of date night, because they missed out on some jewels? Do you guys have them up anywhere or no?
Yep, they're all on my Instagram Live, and some of them are on YouTube, but most of them are on Instagram Live.
Yeah, I want you guys to know Chris is awesome. Like, this guy has been my friend since I got to California. He's always looked out, never said no. He clowned me about doing the baby push-ups, but he's seeing they're working. But why are you getting me to asking me for push-up advice? You're working out with one of the best trainers. You guys got an amazing crew.
Yeah, but your diet is fantastic. So I've never been able to be as structured as you are when it comes to diet. And because we used to be the same size, and now you look like my nephew.
Diet is everything.
Years old.
Make sure you tell Vanessa I said hello. And I know you guys do everything together. You see, I purposely didn't say can I get both of you guys, because I want to get her again by herself, because she's amazing. People got to hear Vanessa. All right, brother. Have a great day, man. Appreciate you.
Sir.
Love. Peace.
Peace.